Renton Pet Groomer found hidden secret why she can't lose weight. Workout plan for women's weight loss. Renton Pet Groomer Kim realized while she was analyzing the workout plan for women's weight loss that unlike the cat who spends long hours caring for his fur, Médor cannot groom himself on his own and therefore needs his master to do so. Beyond the aesthetic aspect and the pleasure of seeing your pet's coat beautiful and shiny, grooming also has a major function for its health. It allows to keep a clean coat as well as a healthy skin and to detect any parasites, wounds or redness. The coat protects the dog from bad weather, cold and humidity. Among other things, if it is soiled, it will no longer form a barrier to external aggressions. Not to mention the skin problems that poor hygiene can cause, such as itching, pustules, scabs, eczema, fleas and other unwanted bugs. Hence the importance of good body hygiene in all seasons. Best women's weight loss pills. Kim, while having her weight loss pills, found that it's better that she do not color the dog's hair. Do not hesitate to brush and comb your dog regularly and wash him from time to time without going overboard, because shampooing too often can also irritate his skin, cause a loss of the real protective film sebum of his coat and weaken his epidermis. And don't have fun coloring your dog's hair, even with a product for canine use, as it can cause skin irritation. Coloring does not offer any benefit for the animal, on the contrary. The earlier your dog is used to being brushed, washed and dried, the easier the operation will be. You can even turn grooming into a moment of complicity with him. If he is a little resistant to the idea of bathing, pet him and talk to him to make him feel confident, then eat him a treat and congratulate him. Thus, he will learn that the bathtub is not an ordeal to be dreaded, but a pleasant experience with massage, caresses, congratulations from the master and treats. Of course, wash it with gentle gestures and be careful not to shampoo its eyes and ears, or wash it with water that is too hot or too cold. Just like you, it won't appreciate it. Meal plan for women's weight loss. Kim didn't want to miss her dog essential bath while preparing a meal for her weight loss. She believed that better not abuse the baths. If the bath is indeed essential for the health of the dog, it should not be abused. Its frequency depends on the breed, length and texture of the coat. As a rule of thumb, 2 to 4 washes per year are sufficient for short-haired dogs, 1 every 2 months for those with medium-long hair, and 1 monthly for long-haired breeds. However, the dog's lifestyle must also be taken into account. A spaniel that hunts or a shepherd dog that works in all weather will get dirty faster than a chihuahua confined inside a house and transported to a bag. Daily brushing can also reduce the frequency of bathing. You wouldn't think of using dog shampoo for your hair. Well, she also needs a specific product that respects her skin and her needs. Those for humans, including babies, are too aggressive for her skin, which is very different from ours and also more sensitive. There is a very wide range of shampoos for dogs according to the type of hair, but also treatment products, anti-itching, anti-hair loss, hypoallergenic. According to its possible skin problems, take advice from your veterinarian. Diets for women's weight loss. How to wash the dog without getting it wet? Kim, who apparently taking strict diets for weight loss around hips, discovered if a dog has developed a phobia of the water jet, there are cleansing lotions and shampoo foams without rinsing or dry, in the form of spray, as well as wipes which allow to space the washes. These alternatives cleanse the hair without getting it wet and can also be very useful in the event of small accidents, muddy hair, during nature walks, or when you believe that you don't have enough time to wash it. If you own a hairless dog breed, don't think you can skip this cleanup. Quite the contrary. Of course, you won't have to brush it or untangle knots due to lack of hair, but you will still have to take care of its skin by giving it regular baths. Use shampoos for sensitive skin and moisturize it with products specially designed for its skin, including emollient conditioners. During exposure to the sun, you should also provide sunscreen to protect your skin. And for hairless dog breeds that have powder puffs and paw hair, like the Chinese crested dog, the hairy areas will also need to be brushed and washed. Best women's weight loss. In conclusion, Kim realized a regular and well-done toilet will protect doggy from many health problems. Grooming tips for 4 common dog coat types. Depending on the length and nature of the hair, care is not the same. For short-haired dogs, like the boxer, their coat should be buffed with a rubber glove or a natural bristle brush. In addition, 2 to 4 baths per year depending on their activities are sufficient. For dogs with curly hair, such as the poodle, it is strongly recommended to go to a professional groomer every 2 to 3 months. Dogs with silky hair, like the Yorkshire Terrier, should be brushed daily with a soft brush and wire comb and washed at least once a month, less often if the hair is trimmed. For wire-haired dogs, like the Westie, weekly brushing with a soft card and comb is sufficient, so as not to damage the coat. Quarterly hair removal at a groomer is recommended. How to properly clean your dog, step by step. Thorough brushing. Before bathing, brush the dog's coat well to remove twisted hairs and accumulated dirt. Carefully untangle all knots. Shampoo and massage. Check the temperature of the water, it should be lukewarm, and gradually wet the animal. Distribute the shampoo and lather, massaging well. Careful rinsing. Leave the shampoo to act for 3 or 4 minutes, then rinse thoroughly. Keep the dog's head back to protect his eyes and ears as much as possible. Gentle drying. After rinsing there should be no trace of shampoo left. Dry the dog with a terry towel from head to paws. Brush it again. Macros for women's weight loss. Grooming your dog at home and women weight loss has deep relationships. Regular grooming according to the rules of the art is very useful. It's good for the morale and physique of your four-legged friend. While grooming your pet at home, Kim recommends the following rules to follow. In confinement for a few weeks, our pets will also have to take their turn for their regular visit to the hairdresser. If you need to do house grooming for your beloved Harry, here are some basic rules that may help you. Brushing. Brushing your pet is the most important part. If that's the only thing you do while waiting for your favorite grooming salon to reopen, it will be a great thing. Brush your pet daily. To brush properly you have to go deep. For long-haired animals, lift the hair. Go to the skin, brush in sections. If your pet has knots, use a comb to untangle them. There are also detangling sprays that can help loosen knots. For animals with short hairs, a brush is sufficient. The bath. If you have to bathe your pet at home, use pet shampoo. The pH of the shampoo formula for humans is not adequate for your cat or dog's skin and could be irritating to them. Also avoid products that are too scented. You have to rinse a lot, more than most people do. After the bath, you must dry your animal well. If you have to use your hairdryer, we organize ourselves as best we can. Be careful not to keep the hot air jet in one place for too long to avoid burns. Brush your pet thoroughly once it is dry. Clean your pet's ears after bathing, using gauze or a cotton ball. Make sure the ears are dry. Use a drying product, nothing oily. Do not use ear clip sticks. Mowing. If you shave your pet yourself, make sure you have the correct instrument and that your pet's hair has been properly groomed. A combination of matted hairs, low-power razor, or poorly sharpened blade is a recipe for failure. If you want to do a full and short shearing of your animal, you can do it before giving it a bath. Make sure your razor blade is well lubricated and sharp enough. You will undoubtedly have small touch-ups to do when leaving the bath. Once the animal is very dry. If your goal is to give your dog a more elaborate cut that involves handling a razor and scissor, you should wash and dry your pet before starting the cut. A clean, well-brushed coat is a better basis for exercising your fantasy. Watch out for scissors. If you absolutely must use the scissors on your pet, do so with caution. Do not go too very close to the skin and avoid the eye area as much as possible. If your pet has facial hair, why not try the rubber bands or barrettes for a few weeks? You would be surprised at the number of emergencies that we treat in veterinary establishments for cuts made with scissors by people who wanted to just remove a knot. Claws. Don't neglect your pet's claws. Use a good nail clipper. Don't go too fast and don't try to cut your dog's claws short enough that you don't have to come back for the entire month. Cut only the tip of the claw, you will start over in a few days. Give your dog some treats while claw trimming and praise him for keeping quiet. Make it a positive activity. It is not necessary to trim all the claws at once. In closing, be patient with your pets as this may be the first time they've had grooming outside of a professional salon. Remember that the situation is exceptional for them, as it is for you. Take care of yourself and keep your animals in confinement with you. Best Women's Weight Loss Program. Kim's friend Lee asked, do you want to stop collecting animal hair or have a home that smells good? Here is how to clean your dog yourself. Tired of hairs all over the house and bad dog smells in the house? Grooming your dog yourself can be the budget solution. So we'll choose the right grooming products and put an end to animal odors in the house. Groom your dog. Although you know that you need to groom your pet quite often, grooming your dog yourself at home can be quite a daunting experience. Friends, family, even co-workers who never speak to us, they have all tried to discourage us. Let's not give in to their pessimism. Here are some simple and effective tips on the best way to groom your dog on your own. We must not forget. We will inevitably improve. Our pet won't hold it against us if their first in-house grooming doesn't look like a fashion magazine cover. And then after all, the hairs, it grows back. How to groom your dog yourself. The type of hair. When you have curly, long and brown hair. You don't buy hair products for blonde and short hair. Well, the same goes for pets. So before we start anything, let's take the time to study our dog's hair. Planning. Let's plan our dog's grooming in advance. Last-minute grooming is avoided after a long and stressful day. We might be frustrated and end up shaving everything. How do you explain that to children? Patience. You need to take a deep and relaxing breath to groom your dog yourself. Patience is the key word. How to groom a dog effectively. Help. How to groom your dog yourself. By getting help from someone around the house. Maybe not our sulky teenage 24 hours a day. But the hands of an extra person who gives us the utensils while we hold the animal will not be superfluous. Speaking of help, the Swiffer broom or even the Swiffer duster will help us pick up the hair and clean the room after that intensive dog grooming. These Swiffer products are simple, quiet, and easy to use. That's one less thing to worry about when you decide to groom your dog yourself. Reward. Don't forget to reward our pet with a little treat when we are done with the grooming. Remember the first time we cut our child's hair? Pets react the same. What about you? Have you ever groomed your pet yourself? How do you go about it? Find out below.